Hi. Um, the book I'm reading just made me cry. But I got to a little section break. So we're gonna stop for now and we're gonna go work on a gift I am making for my in-laws and I'm gonna show you what it is. So my Christmas gift for my in-laws this year is a board game. But I'm making it. It's the game of Clue, so I'm not being super imaginative. I'm just adapting it so it's our family edition. So got a little bit more work to do. Everything's pretty much laid out. I just thought of something else I have to do, but here it is. So far. I'll show you the finished thing. Here's where I stand now. So I bought this kit that was like a blank board game kit, and it comes with this board that folds up into the 4 pieces. It was all plain white. It comes with a blank booklet, I guess, to print out instructions. My husband is writing up a little story synopsis, like a game setup, so we'll pop that in there. A bag with game pieces. These are out because I was using them for planning. So we're not going to use all of these things, right? Like these little game character tokens I don't really need. I might just use them because, all right, we'll get to that in a minute. It comes with something to make like a spinner, but that's not for this game. Some blank dice to customize. I'm not going to need, we don't need a timer in Clue, so I'm going to use the pieces, the dice. I've got the book, I've got the board. It came with 2 packs of cards. So one of them we opened up. This, I'm actually excited just to have this in my crafting stash, because there have been multiple times that I have needed to make a playing card, and that would be easier. I have made Clue games for our family. There's probably a clip in my Christmas vlogs of us playing a Christmas Clue that I made, and that was just printed double-sided on cardstock, those cards, so they're really hard to shuffle. And we've also made our own Star Wars Clue. And then it comes with this pad of paper, which I'm not going to use, but it did remind me that I'm going to need to make sheets for the game, so you can kind of check off things as they're revealed in the game of Clue. So here's what is done. We made cards. So this is the back of each card, looks like this. It says which kid, Clue, Yearjo Family Edition. And then we have rooms, tools instead of weapons, or tools, and suspects. And so each suspect is a grandkid, and I use a cartoon drawing app to to make their portrait into an illustration. I thought that was really cute. So 6 grandkids, the 6 suspects and Clue kind of worked out perfectly. And then for tools instead of weapons, we just have some things that are, we play horseshoe. Not we as in me, we as in the family. This is not something I do. Play horseshoes in the yard. Again, not me, but the kids love fishing at the lake house. My father-in-law bought a tractor this year. They go kayaking. The little ones like to dig in the sand on the beach. And what else? Oh, and a water squirter that the kids have little water fights in the lake. So those are the different tools. They're all relevant to the family and the lake house. And the excuse me, the rooms. We've got the deck, their beach, the pontoon boat that my in-laws bought, was new for this year. My father-in-law's workshop, the den where there's always a puzzle on the go, fire pit, the rec room in the basement that has a little basketball hoop the grandkids like to go play in, mudroom, And the porch, my father-in-law has this pothos that has just like grown tremendously. Oh my gosh, from like a single leaf. It is so long now, so I use the pothos to represent the screen porch. I think that's all of them. So that's our deck of cards that will go with the game. This is stuff we're not using. The game board. So it was plain white. Open it up. Single-handed is difficult. All right. So I did one side as like a trial run. It's not perfect, but I've cut a grid out of vinyl. This is it all weeded. I will now use contact paper to get them as close as possible. I mean, this isn't for sale. It's just for the family, for the grandkids to have fun. So there's going to be gaps. It's not going to be perfect. There's wrinkles in the vinyl. Whatever. But yeah, I'm going to do this 4 times. And then these are my trial. I have to print it out on the vinyl sticker paper. But we'll have rooms around the board that match the cards. So those will be placed around the board. And in the middle of the board, where you put like the envelope that has the cards, we have Mima's island. So this represents her kitchen island where she loves to have the grandkids gather around to eat breakfast. She serves them their banana pancakes, always has banana bread. And so here's the image I made to stick on the box. Again, like a filter that turned this into like this like charcoal or pencil drawing image of all the grandkids together. Put here's your family clue. And then who took the last crackle? So these are our grandkids. Well, their grandkids, our kids. We don't want a murder theme with our clue game. So what we did was we're theming it to be like who took the last crackle, which is basically a saltine coated in sugar with melted chocolate on top. It's my mother-in-law's like specialty dessert that everyone goes nuts for. So who took the last crackle? The little story that my husband's writing up is about, you know, the grandkids being over. Mima has crackles out on the kitchen island, and who took the last one? We all know it's Gavin. So that's the theming here. We'll have the island in the center, and that's where we'll put, I have to make an envelope to put the like one of each, you know, the way you do in Clue. All right, so I didn't think I have a lot left to do, but now I'm realizing, yeah, I got some work to do. Oh, and then I have these vinyl arrows just to be like little in and out arrows to make like doorway spaces. You know, they'll go in the square, and that'll be the square that gets you into and out of a room. In the actual game, there's like printed doors. I'm not doing that. And then circles to be the start spaces. In the actual game, they're colored, so each player or character has a specific start space. I'm just putting generic circles. They can start wherever they want, but at least it'll have a designated space on the board. Okay, so I'm going to put on YouTube now. I'll watch some more end of year booktube, make some reading plans of my own for the year. I'm having thoughts. And then I'll be back to show you the finished product. This doesn't drive me crazy. This doesn't drive me crazy. I'm not going crazy. It's homemade. It's homemade. It's a thought that counts. this one. This one curses. If I position the rooms so one is like right here at the corner, it hides, oh, I can't even see. It hides my fuck up. Hooray! I mean, I guess you can still kind of see it here, but I feel like that is very obvious. And then with that covered, it's much less obvious. And it's done. I did it. I figured it out. It wasn't perfect, but I've got it. Here's our board. The circles are the start spaces. The arrows are the entrances to the rooms. This is the little envelope to put the cards in. There's the dice and the game pieces. There's the tokens. In, you know how in Clue you have the little like metal, well, I think they're plastic now. Monopoly is the metal pieces. I think Clue is plastic. I don't know. Anyway, the little pieces that represent the weapons. We have little tokens for the tools. Here are our score sheets or whatever, game sheets. And a little rule book. So it says, who took the last crackle? Welcome to the lake house. The family is all together, and that means Mima has baked plenty of crackles to go around, or so we thought. The last crackle, which was being saved for Pepe, has gone missing. Who took the last crackle from Mima's island? Track down the grandkid who swiped the last treat before Pepe returns from his kayak ride. Use the rules from the original game. Special family rules. Like this one. If there's any arguing over a rule, Mima has the final say. So I have bets on which grandkids would be the ones to fight. My own too. Okay. Yeah, and then there's the lid for the board, for the box, the game box. And on the side. And on the side. All right.